bitch ass uses the last of his Saiyan to crush
no, why you say it like that, bro? He genuinely meant that.
Bitch ass uses the last of his Saiyan to crush his arm.
He genuinely meant that, bro. Chill.
Gaara already pissed the whole block.
Was YouTuber Lethal interacting to how Rock Lee put the dog and Underdog against Gaara. About to spot a codename Super, you know what I'm saying? He said that he was going to post this weekend, but he is a little late, but it's fine. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to press him about it too much. But yeah, man, I'm definitely excited for this one. And yeah, stop saying this, sir.
Oh, yeah. It's about time we talk about that boy Rock Lee.
It's about time, man.
Fight to do it than this one. So let's get
his best fight.
So after the worst track run of fights of all time happened, I'm talking Sakura versus Ino, Naruto versus Kiba, and Neji versus Hinata. Kishimoto said, hold up, enough of these NyQuil fights. I gotta hit him with that heat, and he got to it. So boom.
The fight wasn't NyQuil. That's a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's a little crazy.
They had started selecting fighters, and the first fighter it selected was Gaara. And you know what he does?
Demon.
He hits this little teleportation thing to go to the middle of the arena. You know he couldn't wait to do that shit. And I can't blame him. After watching those 3 weak-ass fights, I gotta keep my mind occupied somehow. I'd be on my Vegeta time in 2, taking my time figuring out how to pull up. The TV started selecting the next fighter, and 99% of the remaining fighters were not trying to see him in the ones. So you know they were out there sweating. But notice how I said 99 because one was straight up ready, and his name is Rock Lee. He's selected, and look at what he's doing. He's up there shadow boxing, no fear in his heart.
I forgot he did that.
He jumps down to the middle and hits that iconic pose. And let me warn you, if you ever get into an altercation and they start hitting the Rock Lee pose,
GG's.
They probably be in the gym 5 hours a day.
No, minimum. bro, I'm seeing these, bro. Like, bro, literally, what are you doing? Literally, what are you doing, bro?
For your own
what are you training for?
Walk away. But before the fight even starts, I need to talk about Gaara's teammates, Tamari and Kangaroo, or however you say it, because they are really some elite level haters. The fight ain't even start yet, and Kangaroo in the back talking about, tell your friend with the shitty haircut, he'll never be Gaara.
They ain't never see bro lose before. I don't even blame him for real.
Naruto in his head is just like,
oh my god, bro, is dick riding all you do?
Because this shit is outrageous, and don't get me started on Tamari. Because Kishimoto takes us through her thoughts, and she was really talking about his kicks are weak as hell. Like, bro, what was wrong with his kicks? And the crazy part is, if he's seen either of them in the ones, he would have packed them up and went on to the next round. But let's get into it. The Proctor's in the middle like, ready? Box! And Rock Lee starts rushing him, holding that W key. But I know you see Gaara with his arms folded. And we know good and well, if someone is standing still and not moving, 99% of the time, your attack is not going to work. And that's exactly what happened. He tried hitting him with the Leaf Hurricane, and that shit did not work.
Oh boy.
He gets blocked, and Gaara tries to attack him. But Lee is quick on his feet, so he moves out the way. And I know you see him doing those backflips. He not taking that screen time for granted. He out here doing the most, trying to get more minutes, but he had no idea what Kishimoto had in store for him.
Bro, so that video cracked me up every time, bro.
He out here doing
really, what is wrong with
minutes, but he had no idea what Kishimoto had in store for him.
I see that real pressure, I'm gonna just start crying.
Like, damn, he blocking my shit with this hand. Whoa, really? I'm thinking bro about to pull up with a whole new game plan after stating that obvious ass shit, but he doesn't. He just runs back at him with no new strategy, no changes, and gets his shit blocked. And it's crazy how we found out later that the Saiyan does this shit because of his mother continuing to protect bro long after she's gone. She's really looking up with a controller, perfect carrying every attack.
Did he say looking up?
From the start, the odds were always stacked against him. This damn near a 2v1. This is unfair. So after a couple more attempts, shit was clearly not going anywhere. Bro even tried taking out his kunai like an Apex heirloom, and he started swinging at the Saiyan. He was out there doing anything, bruh. On my first watch, this had me thinking like, damn, maybe Gaara's hating ass teammates were right. Maybe Lee wasn't all that. But then again, he's a dude with no ninjutsu going against the #1 prospect.
He only got no bag. He just got hands for him.
They hoeing him. And I'm not gonna lie, you can't tell me the Chunin exams were not rigged. Let's look at the top 3 prospects. Gaara, Neji, and Sasuke. They got Sasuke going against a Sound Village NPC, Neji going against
Did he even have a name?
And no disrespect to Rock Lee, but on paper, Gaara going against Lee is ludicrous. Homie shouldn't have stood a chance. I know you saw that attendance. Their whole goal was to sell out the arena. This shit is fixed. That TV over there, yeah, that shit is not random. Anyways, Gaara trips Rock Lee and tries to crush him, but Lee gets out and kneels on the statue like he's some superhero. And this is where my guy comes in talking about, all right, bro, you could take
at least stop playing with the kid.
Off. Not gonna lie though, I know he's your sensei and all, but those shits would have been off. Do you see who they got me fighting? This demon ass kid who no one played catch with? I'm not taking my chances. So Gaara's hating ass teammate Tamari is sitting there talking about those weights are weak as hell and they're not about to make a difference. But Shorty ate her words because once those weights hit the floor, it had everyone shocked. But look at Gaara though. He really hit him with the
light work, no reaction.
Till bro moved. Now look at him. He like, hey yo, why he disappeared? Lee starts hitting around bro, just toying with him. And look at Gaara. The thought of him having to actually box is killing him right now. He knows he's about to get exposed for having no hands. The sand is barely keeping up, and that's how you know his mom is down in hell sweating right now, trying to keep up with every hit. Got her working overtime. Lee starts circling Gaara and is like, oh yeah, it's time I finally get my lick back. Starts hitting the Sonic and puts the
come here
to the back of his head, making him look straight down. Got his ass emoting. He hitting the dab. And look at my guy back there. He hyped his shit. And I would be too, cause Lee out there cooking up in his outfit. Lee said,
I'm not finished.
Hits Gaara's stupid ass with a crossover and is like, hey, are your dumb ass
come
Gaara
here.
gets saw clean in the face. That shit had Gaara flying. He hits the ground, and I'm not gonna lie, that shit had me smiling. I want to see Lee win. But what I didn't know at the time is Gaara had that Batman level prep time, because he had a backup plan the whole time if his auto defense failed him, and it was to coat himself in sand armor. And I couldn't even be mad. That was a good play, good IQ. You still a bitch though, but hey, good IQ. The camera cuts to Gaara, and we see why no one wanted to play tag with this evil ass. Look at him, he out there tweaking. And the reason this scene be living rent-free in my head is because the way this man Gaara was breathing. I don't know if y'all remember, but I'm gonna play the clip right here. Like, oh nah, do you hear this, man? I am out of there as soon as he starts doing that. You're crazy.
Now he for sure did start tweaking out. I'm not gonna lie.
In one move.
Wait,
Hey,
bro, what are you
real
doing?
Quick, thank you for 252K. He took the toilet paper off his arm and started
going
circling
fast,
like how Pegasus be doing in Beyblade. And this man Gaara really had the audacity to talk about, bro, what are you waiting for? With his arms folded sitting in the middle. Like, bro, all you do is sit there and stand because you got auto defense. You're boring as hell. This is why I say Gaara's player comparison is Tim Duncan, because even though they're elite as hell, they got the most boring play styles of all time. If you ever have trouble sleeping, put on some Tim Duncan highlights. I promise you it works like
That's crazy because he was working them dudes too. I'm not gonna lie.
Kicks him up in the air.
Tim Duncan was a
Gaara
demon.
starts getting juggled up in the air like Isaac Newton didn't invent gravity, and put him up to a place where he could die from fall damage. He wraps the toilet paper around Gaara and tilts him down head first. Then he starts spinning and sending him to the ground. First time watching it, I thought it was over. He caught him. Look at Gaara. He looks like a broken face right now. People in the stands were celebrating too. They thought Evil has lost, but we all know what happened. Somehow Brody is Houdini, and the thing that we see on the ground is an empty shell, which means Rock Lee didn't do shit and the match is not over. I know Mike Guy mad as hell right now. Lee executed the move just like he taught him, and that shit still ain't get him. Gaara spawns right behind him and starts laughing maniacally. He sees bro with zero stamina, and Brody started licking his lips. He sends sand at bro, and that shit pushed him back. Then he starts laughing again and launches a whole sand tsunami at bro. Yeah, this shit was getting hard to watch, and then it happened. They started showing us flashbacks of Rock Lee, and it can only mean one thing. He's about to go crazy. But before I skip the flashback cutscenes,
skipping
gets
crazy
about the one with Neji, because this was kind of crazy. This man Neji put the heel on his shoulder and started going to work. Look at this. He hits him twice in the gut, headshots him, gut checks him again, and he ended up with 3 more headshots. Like, he did not have to be that dirty. So after the flashbacks, they take us right back to the fight. Gaara attacks Lee, and bro moved out the way fast as hell. And you know bro is confident because he has his back turned to him right now. Gaara said, man, that shit's a fluke. Tries to attack him 4 more times, but he too is Weave Nation certified. After all those misses, Rock Lee starts to charge up. And Gaara's like, I don't know what you think you're planning, but you're not a Super Saiyan, gang. It's over. And Lee hits him with the, you are right. It is over.
Why he sounds just like him though?
Charging up, he opens up the 3rd gate, and that shit got him looking crazy. This is not someone you want to fuck with. And Gaara
not at all.
Found that out. He opens up the 4th gate
where's
and
pupils
charges
go?
right at him. He launches Gaara straight up, and Gaara's just chilling peacefully in the air. Rock Lee hits him with the jump scare and starts juggling bro around the arena. Neji is sitting there terrified as hell because he was out there greasing Lee back then. He didn't know he could do all this. And the crazy part is Lee said he was saving this for Neji. That boy Lee was out here plotting murder. If Neji fought Lee using the gates, he would have died. But hey, at least that death would be 20 times better than his original one.
It would have been.
Himself as a pencil holder before he went out. That shit crazy. Lee goes in front of Gaara, says psych, and hits him with the me
Come here.
sending him beaming down. But Lee wasn't finished.
Gar can't
He
even
made
do nothing
Gaara
right
hit the
now.
one and pulls him towards him, hitting him with a punch and a kick simultaneously, completing the hidden Lotus and sending him to the ground. But this is where true pain happens, cause Gaara had the gourd which was made out of sand and it cushioned the impact, making him survive that shit. And it was GG. Look at Lee, he's on all fours and is out of energy. Gaara's bitch ass uses the last of his sand to crush
No,
Lee's
why you
armor
say it like
and
that,
is
bro?
out of energy.
He genuinely
Gaara's
meant that.
bitch ass uses the last of his sand to crush Lee's armor.
He genuinely
trying
meant
to
that,
end Lee's
bro.
whole career.
Chill.
Gaara already
Ain't
pissed
even
the
that
whole
deep.
block off with that shit, but homie said I got one more in me. This time, he tried to put him to sleep for good. I had to look away cause I couldn't watch him go.
Nah.
But thankfully,
Gaara
my guy
really
comes
did try to
in
take my
and
boy out.
saves him. Since he stepped in, it gave Gaara the automatic win, but we don't care. Because the only thing that matters is that Lee is alive. He starts to walk off, and bro, this is how you know Rock Lee has that dog in him, because he gets
stood
back
up.
up bleeding.
The
and he
David.
stands completely unconscious. That man is truly different. Anytime somebody talks about Rock Lee, they gonna start every sentence off with,
He was special.
He really was, man. They hold my mans, bro. They hold him and Shippuden, bro. I can think of one Rock Lee highlight in, like, bro. Oh my gosh. But yeah, man. Shout out Codename Super, man. 5 videos as always. Rock Lee would made to next round if he win it against anybody else. Nah, on God. Literally anybody else. Where they stole this man Lee win is absolutely diabolical. I lost what Gaara was when Lee took off the weight. People think he's doing Dragon Ball style. But nah, man, 5 videos, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll leave it link down below in the description. And yeah, man, peace.
Then she gon' pull out the tape and tie me up, then lock me away. That bitch, she said that she hate me. I am not phased. My niggas waiting at your place. For all this shit escalate, I need to know how many niggas you've played. How did you take off your tape? She looking